Hi guys, this is Addison at Fort Stewart, and this is the first video of probably like 2 or 3 that I'll make about making your news pages. Okay, so the IEW team went in and they made you guys news homepage types, news story page types, and topics. And so I'm gonna walk you through how to make this system your own, because it's all blank right now. Because you know, each installation has their own way they want to show all of their news and their topics and how they want it to look. And so this is all how we're going to customize everything that fits your needs. Okay. Okay. So first of all, they made you guys a new home page type. Okay. News home. And then they also made you news stories. And then they also made you guys topics for all of those. So let me show you. Okay. So let's say that this is what I want my news homepage to look like. So when people click on menu and they click on news, this is what I want to come up. Okay. Now I want all of my main news stories here. You know, and I want sports on the side, little sidebar. And then I'm going to show I've got health, chaplain, and community. Now, these are all, so this frontline news, this page is the news homepage. And all of these stories are news story page types. Okay, they're news stories. Now they're different. I obviously just copy and pasted because I'm lazy, but they're all news stories, but each of these have a different topic. So all of these stories, you know, I say, oh, I want this to be main news stories topics, and then all of these stories I set it as sports topics. Okay, and following. So here's what we're going to do. We're first going to make our topics, then our homepage, and then our news stories, and then we're going to do some more fun stuff. Okay? So the first thing you need to do is you need to decide what topics you want. Okay? So let's say for the frontline news, we've got regular news stories. So I'm just going to call that news. And then what did I say? Sports. We've got community, health, and what was the other one I had? Chaplain. Okay. Now you can add as many topics as you want. They're basically just how you're going to lay out this page. Okay. And they can be whatever you want. I know like a lot of people have like, I think maybe like news just for one of their other installations, and you know, or they have like, you know, like the voice of the soldier and the commander's corner and all that kind of stuff. So this can be whatever you want. Okay, so I know what news topics I want, so we're gonna add them. So I'm gonna go to my dashboard and I'm gonna go to Systems and Settings. And then I'm going to go down here to Attributes, right here, and click on Topics. Okay, so I'm not adding blog entries, I'm adding news topics. Okay, and then I've got all these. Now this is my second round, so I already added them, but what you do is you click on Categories, and then you click Add Topic. So, you know, I'm just going to type in, what's another? Well, we'll do the Commander's Corner. I know a lot of people have that. Well, I'm going to abbreviate it because corner. Okay. All right. So I've got my news topics. You just keep on adding your topics until you've got all the ones that you want. Okay. So we're good there. So check. Step 1, I made my news topics. Okay. So now I need to make my news homepage. So I'm going to go to my sitemap. Okay. And all of the news needs to be under About. Okay, guys? So I'm going to click on About. And then I'm going to add a page. And bam, News Home. Now, the title of our newspaper is, Frontline News. So I'm going to call the page the Frontline News Home. But I don't want this really long URL. I'm just going to call it News. Okay. And I'm going to publish that page. I'm going to delete this. This was an old one. Okay. So I know what you're thinking. Addison, you just published that page. Everybody's going to be able to see it in my menu, and it's totally blank. I am not cool with that. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. While we're working on this, we're going to click on the news, okay? And we're going to click on attributes. We're not going to fuss with the permissions or anything. I'm just going to exclude it from navigation, okay? So exclude page from navigation. That'll keep it from showing up in my menu. Or if your menu is a page list, we'll keep it from that. I'm going to exclude it from the search so people can't search for it for some reason. And then I'm going to exclude everything from the navigation as well, because I'm going to be adding news stories, but like I said, I'm still not ready. Okay? So we're going to save those changes, and now we've got a published page, but nobody can really get to it unless they literally just type in the URL. And I mean, at that point, they're asking for it, let's be honest. Let me stop. Okay. Okay, so I've got that, and next what I want to do is I'm going to add an archive page. Now, so if you think about it, right, people go here, they go to the menu, and they've got the news, right? And we're only showing 3, 4, 5, 6 stories, but if someone wants to see old news, old news, I'm going to put a little link down here. So I'm going to go ahead and make that page. So I'm going to click on my news home because I want it to be under home. I'm going to add a page, but it's not a news story. I just want it to be a regular old empty page, And I'm going to call this archive. I know I think that's what you guys call it, archives. And I'm going to make it a right sidebar. And I'm going to publish that. Okay. All right. And that will be where people can go to get old news, okay? Past news. Okay, so now we've got our home page, check, step 2, we're ready to go, all that kind of stuff, and we made our archive page. Now we are ready to add our news stories. Okay, so before we do that, we've made our news home page. So we need to tell Concrete 5 that all the news stories need to go under the Frontline News Home, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to go to Dashboard, Pages and Themes, and we're waiting. There we go. Coming. All right. Now we go to page types. I mean, I feel like there's no way I could ever go too fast on these videos for you guys because I'm at the mercy of the internet. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to your news story page type and then click on basic details. Okay, don't change any of this, don't do that. What I want you to do is I want you to always publish below a certain page, and I want you to click on your Frontline News Home, okay? And this is saying, okay, all of my news stories, I want them to always publish underneath my home page, okay? And we save. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna move this is my, I don't know, I just grabbed like a news story. Okay. Now, we're ready to add our news stories. Yay! Okay, now, I know you're not gonna have time to update all of these, so I'm gonna do one with you, and then I basically want you to pause the video and add some more. I know you can't add a bunch, but I do want you to add at least one story for each one of your topics, okay? So add one chaplain news story, one health, one community, etc., okay? That way we can just visualize it when we put it on the home page. Okay, so I click on Frontline News Home, and then I click Add Page, and then I click News Story. Okay, now I've got another video where me and the public affairs officer that does all of our print stuff, like we go through everything and like show you, but you can watch that too, but we're gonna go through it now. Okay, so I'm gonna show the public date, like whatever date I want it to show on the actual page. We'll do that, and I'm just gonna change this to 12:30 just because, you know, I don't know, I'm weird. Okay, my image is what's going to show on the main page, so, you know, like this main page, and I've saved it to my desktop, so I'm going to choose the image. I made a folder for news, of course, because we have to stay organized, and, you know, while we're uploading an image, because I know you guys know how to do that, my news guy actually, what he does is he has a different folder for each week, and he feels like that really like keeps him organized, you know. So like inside his news folder he's got, you know, April week 1, April week 2, all that kind of stuff. Okay, all right. Okay, now thumbnail is what's gonna show up here. Okay, and basically, if you just upload the same image, it'll be like a smaller version of it. But you can upload a separate thumbnail if you want. You know, that's totally up to you. Because sometimes the longer photos look funny in the thumbnails. But for now, I'm just going to use the same photo. Okay. My cut line. I mean, I'm literally just copy and pasting from this. Okay. All right, so we've got the cut line, and then we make this italics, okay, because I guess cut lines are supposed to be italics, and the headline. Now the headline needs to be heading 1. I'm going to copy and paste this from the Army website, and I'm pretty sure it automatically tells it it's heading 1. Yep, it's heading 1, but it makes sure that you make this heading 1, okay, for SEO and for the layout of the website and the page. All right, page name is the same thing as the headline, and the meta title is the same thing as the headline. So you're just copy and pasting. Now, so this is my categories. Now I want this news story to show up right here in my main news. So I'm gonna click news. Okay. And let me copy and paste this whole story right here. Oh. Joint Base Lewis McChord. It's your lucky day. All right. And now I'm going to copy and paste my lead. If you want to put something extra here, you can, but it's not required. But the lead does need to be the meta description, okay? That's what shows up in Google, like the meta title. So that's what you want it to be. Okay, author and unit. I'm just copy and pasting this, so it looks like it's Miss Sarah Morris from the National Guard with a D. And I can't remember what Pat said. I think we bold this and make it 2 lines or something. I can't remember, but I'm just going to bold it for right now. I can't remember. All right, and now we're going to publish the page. Okay, so let's check it out, right? Let's see, what does it look like when we first publish it? Oh no, I think my mouse is like dying. I've got like a USB mouse with a battery. Okay, this is what we've got. Okay, so let's say, you know, I don't like this. You know, I want the image to be up here or something. So just because we put it in the composer doesn't mean that we can't edit it now, okay? So, like, I can say, like, this looks like it's supposed to be my lead, so I'm just delete that because I don't have one right now. But, you know, like, I'm going to go ahead and move my image up here because, like, I want it to be here, you know? Like, why not, you know? Let's say I want to add a spacer there. So I can add a spacer. It's not going to, this is all you guys. You can do whatever you want with this page, okay? The composer is just like a way to, like, you know, make it look nice. Okay. You can also edit all of this stuff. You know, you can go in and change it and that kind of stuff. Now, what I will say is that this shows a list of more news. So you'll see that when we start to add more, okay? But I'm just going to exit edit mode, publish my changes, and we are good to go. Okay. So at this point, this is when I want you guys to take a moment and add 1 news story per section, okay? And I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna upload a bunch of, well, I'm gonna copy and paste a bunch of stuff from army.mil and add stuff so we can make the news homepage because it's gonna be so pretty. Okay, guys. All right. I'm gonna pause the video.